Hey guys, it's Kira today, and you're watching this because you want a crazy routine for that insane body. So, first of all, let me say this to achieve a body like this, it takes determination. It's not gonna take a lot of, you know, stuff that's gonna let you burn out and do. No, none of that. So, it's a very straightforward routine that, keeps you in shape and helps to push you further, way further, and closer to your body goals. So first of all, water. They'll tell you to stop blah 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 blah, but Kirit not gonna tell you that. So the idea is, you see, every time you drink, uh, whatever, whatever you decide to drink, all you got to do is just add a bottle of water to it. Whatever you say you drink, just add a bottle of water to it. So if you buy a soda, you add a bottle of water to it, and for the girls them, if you have a little bottle thingy, you just mix it in that, and eventually you want to be only drinking water, but it's impossible to just say, alright, I get up a morning and drink water alone. Not nagasa. Not nagasa. So, every time you have a drink of sweet juice, make sure you have a bottle of water, and that's how you get started. That's your first step on this journey. Yeah. So secondly, after you start drinking your water now, and you drink up your water, you are going to have to do some reading. So your body, like, how are you going to tone your body? How are you going to get a better body if you don't know your body? You just get an instructor and blah 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 with the instructor. No. So now with drinking water, you have to start to know your muscles, because when you drink your water with your veins and all of those stuff, you're supposed to can make your water go where you want the water to go. So, all your different muscles in your body now, you start to memorize those muscles. That's how you get muscle memory. You start memorize those muscles, and while you're drinking your water, what you do? You drive go to work, what you do? In that period there while you do whatever, now that you know your muscles, you start to train these muscles. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It could just be just standing there, looking in space, and you're training your muscles while you do that. Yeah. So now you're drinking your water, and you're studying your muscles, you're learning parts of your body, and you're starting to know what your body is for. So what next? Let's add some exercise. The thing we all want to do. You want to get up a morning and you want to run the 5K there. like no. Like, you're not gonna run the 5K there. You probably never run that 5K if that's your mentality. You see, if that's your mentality, you probably never run a 5K. So what will you do? Where do you live? In a house? You live in a house? So if you live in a house, day one, you can simply just walk around your house one time. Like that's all you gotta do day one. Just walk around your house, and you exercise, because what? You know your muscles. So while walking around your house, you can just play with your biceps and triceps, while you walk around your house. And then, you walk around your house day one. Day two, you can walk around your house and walk by gates. And that's it for day two. And over time now, you try to say you do more than yesterday, every day. Every day you do more than yesterday. No big, oh, may I run 5K and then what you do tomorrow? Nothing. Oh, we need a rest day. No, like when you reach when you need a rest day point, a rest is a reset. It's just shortening for resets. Then left out the E, They left out the E, shorten for reset, and you start all over. So with that, you start as small as possible so that when you start to show progress, that motivates you to do it every day. Yeah. So now, you're drinking more water, you're getting to know your body, and you're starting to exercise. So what's next, is what is your vitamin and mineral intake, There is a pill for everything. Like, there is a pill for everything, and that's good, yes, So you want to get a multivitamin that matches your description, And the thing is, with getting a multivitamin that matches your description, you don't want to buy, like honestly, you don't want to buy 30 days. You don't want to buy 30 days, much less 60 days, much less like 120 days. You don't want to do any of that. Like, honestly, you buy a multivitamin every week or every 2 weeks. Who knows how them sell it? Them probably do it by the dozen. So you get your 12 day. And because now you build a relationship with your pharmacist. You build a relationship with your pharmacist. So you probably have to start with a dozen and 12 days. By the time you reach in, you can just buy 7 of whichever one you want. And then you start mix them, because if you're exercising how you're supposed to be exercising, you're not gonna take the same pill for 1 month. Like think about it, because like if you're exercising properly, you can take up to like 40 pounds. You can take we're not gonna say 40 pounds right now. Like you can, alright, so regular people, you can probably 27 pounds, you can change 27 pounds in a week. So when you buy your vitamins that fits your description, like when it fits your description 2 weeks ago, like if you're really on a program, you're really getting that body that you want, you can't look the same way 2 weeks from now unless you're fit. Because when you get fit, you maintain your weight. So you find the vitamins you like, you want to fit your description, you buy your 1 dozen, you work by your 1 dozen, and then when you're done your dozen, you're supposed to see progress. Progress supposed to show where that you're not going to buy the same vitamins again. Like, if you want to, yeah, and you can continue taking it, but after that doesn't finish, you're supposed to move on to a next multivitamin where target something else. Because when you work on your body, the same thing your arms need and the same thing your abdomen need, They don't need the same thing, so it doesn't make sense, But I think maybe explain that more. So yeah. That's multivitamins. How are you eating? Like there's unless you have a personal chef, no fit person eats the same thing every day, unless you have a personal chef. Because with a balanced diet, you're not supposed to ever get up every day and buy 1/2 food, 1/2 fries or beans or chicken. If that's it every day, you do better. Like a part of being healthy, you have to get up a little earlier and you have to cook your own food, because you want to be healthy and you want to see changes in your body and all of them things there. So none of that not gonna matter to you any at all. You just get up and you gotta just do what you have to do, and you make sure you get it done, because what? You want to see progress and all of that. So with your diet now, you add the fruits and I just explain it with multivitamin. It's the same concept with fruits now, you know. You're not go, you're not go buy you're not go buy one dozen banana every week. You're not go buy one dozen orange every week. No, based on what you are, which part of your body you focus on, you go buy the fruits where you need for for develop that part of your body so that you get that crazy looking body. You want that insane looking body. You want that body. So yeah, like this are probably the most important, or it's high on the list. It's high on the list, and getting that body that you desire. It's interacting with people. You gotta, like, you see, if you're about segregation and all of those stuffs, it's not gonna work for you. It's never gonna work for you. You have to interact with every type of people. Just like how me just explained to you with the vitamins, me just explain it to you with the fruits. So you have to go put your biases to one side. Say alright, if me gonna be biased on Tuesday, a Tuesday other day they when me biased. But when on Wednesday now, I go deal with them people that me generally not like. Cause I go stop look on them through the lens to say me not like them. No. I don't say I'll give them a chance or nothing. Give them a chance or nothing, or it's up to you, to be honest, it's up to you. All you are gonna do, I just spend some time around different types of people, and get a level of understanding with them, because you are your body is what it's around, and the more people your body interact with, the stronger your immune system is, because when it's just like a vaccine, you get a booster shot or whatever, you get a microdose of whatever it is you're trying to avoid, and your body, your cells, get that immunity because it's able to manage the dose that it gets. So at the same thing with you now, say like a certain crowd, you're not gonna spend 4 hours around them. You're not gonna spend 4 hours around them. You generally don't go around these people. You generally don't go around these people. So if you spend 15 minutes with them, not bad. Not bad. The thing is with everybody, we want to achieve that insane body, we want the crazy body, and think them have to be extravagant. They think them have to be extravagant, and understand, say, yes, you can be extravagant, You can be extravagant, but gotta just get up a morning and think, say, as an extravagance go. You can't just get up a morning and be extravagant. It's something that you build up over time, and when you get to that level, it seems like nothing. I'ma close with this. And based on how y'all react to it, if I get some comments and stuff and people want to continue the little dialogue, we can talk more stuff. But you see that thing when you close your eyes and you dream for a little while and stuff, then you forget that's the most important part. You need to be dreaming, you need to get some dreams in so that your body can, I see that as it's like the booster, like when you're in that dream zone, when you can jump a little higher, when you can run a little faster and all of those stuff, you need to get in your hours, like generally anywhere above 6 hours, I think that's good, like as long as you get above 6 hours every day, your body will have enough time to repair whatever needs to be repaired and all. If you can't manage your time, you're not gonna ever be fit. you're not gonna ever be fit if you can't manage your time, because that's what fitness is, you know. That's basically what fitness is. Fitness is, yeah. So like you have a nice schedule, and yeah, work twice. You're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna be you're not gonna be one of them somebody who write down everything as, oh, it's 7:30. You know, it's not like that. It's never like that. It's never like that. But it's just you knowing, say, yeah, you want to achieve something, so it's gonna take a certain amount determination, a certain amount, a lot of stuff, and you just have to put in that work, because if you really truly want that crazy insane body, you can't just sleep and wake a morning and do it. You have to be consistent, you have to do it over time, because what is your weight goal, you know? Because when you reach your weight goal, you have to go maintain your weight goal. That's where I think most people don't understand. After you reach a certain, and you not even have to reach your weight goal, because when you deal with your weight now, like for me start, me did like me go up to 196 already. Me go up to 196 already, and for the past, I can't say more than 6 months, because I don't need to go further. For the past more than 6 months, me they write 162, and me a push figure in a 150, you know, and it take a lot. It take a lot, because you have to increase the intensity to get there. And if you not do it over time, if you run 5K today and you know tomorrow you don't do that because you run 5K yesterday, that not help you. That just make it worse, because you're tired out yourself for no reason, and then a hell and pour the house for recover. Hell and pour the house. So, you know, it's better. It's always the best way when you just start a little thing small and work your way up. Nothing better than that. Because when you start on the ground, no drop in the night. Cause what? You're up on the ground. You know what, whatever. You don't ever think about that. Just start on the ground and elevate the ground. And then by the time you look, you have that crazy, insane body, you know? Hold on. I don't know why it's the one focus on, but you know, as I tell them, I not even reach where I want to reach.